Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mansillon. There is not all that much light anymore, but I thought bring the inner light. We're here to continue to shine. We're really getting closer to this great port, this great ascension. There's going to be a great shift of energy. I think it's coming all this week, and on the 11:11, the portal of 11:11, at 11 between 11 in the morning and 11 at night. It's going to be for those who are receptive. For me, it's always been one of the most powerful for life is always now and it's always happening, but I've always had amazing and unforgettable experiences on those 11:11 portal, and I do think it's going to be quite powerful this year and the solstice as well. So continue to cultivate your connection, focus on your inner divinity, inner light, your truth, to find this point of freedom, to always connect to that. And there is this cosmic object, the 3i Atlas, that is coming in. It's assisting all of the planets of the solar system in the awakening. For we are a ray of sunshine, we have a ray of light. For that was the teaching of the law of one, the god Ra, the Egyptian god. It was really the emerald the emerald. It was a sacred understanding that there is no need to seek something seek God outside of us at the beginning, but then there was the Demiurge really took it out of play, and then started to seek a mirror outside, and then suffering came, separation came. It was part of the game. So it's not to forget your solar ray. When you breathe, think you're sending oxygen into your own inner sun, so it becomes brighter and brighter. So continue with your spiritual practices and processes. For it's like whatever makes you feel good. If your practices is to play golf, continue to play golf. That's really enjoyable. But I'm talking about mantra, meditation, whatever practices. It's always good to continue to practice. Yes, the processes have to evolve. Sometimes you have to let go of some of them to move on to the next level, because life is, you always have to move forward. You never go backwards. You always move forward. Like Einstein said, Albert Einstein, it's like life is like you're on a bicycle. If you stop pedaling, if you stop moving forward, then you're gonna fall. Yet there is, of course, this state of stillness that is that will always be always return to the stillness within. And the more we are able to let go of old patterns, the faster the new will come. There is all kinds of old relationship, old connections, old energies that are vanishing, that are changing. We got to let them go. And give yourself a break and be kind to yourself, because we've been cultivated. Do not cultivate guilt, shame, blame, lack, all of that. Whenever the thought comes in, you have to catch it and just redirect it. It's very important to recenter often. Because we are a very small light within a great darkness. So give yourself a break and know that God is with you, as well as there is countless spirits that are assisting your path. Shine and elevate yourself above the dark matrix and the system of control and conditioning. It is a slow process of awakening, but it's a sure thing for those who are engaged with all their heart in this process. And because the collective consciousness is evolving really quickly now, and sometimes we feel we know we have to walk alone, although it's part of the illusions, because there is always spirit, there is always spirit there to assist us, that guides us, that protects us, that even though I have a lot of gratitude for my spirit guides, for sometimes spiritual revelation can come from the source, from the creator, but sometimes it comes from our guides that show us something, that are allowed to show us something very specific about the spiritual realm and world. So connect to your guide and your spiritual team. Because we're going to become more and more a collective consciousness, and to know we are who we are. We're all unique group of spirit beings, and when we are ready for it, revelation comes, and the universe and God is an open book. But it's really need to know whenever we're ready. Eventually, we'll see the face of truth, the face of God. I've seen that. It's so marvelous beyond words. It's like, whoa! It's just like, this is where I want to be. I don't want to be separated from my Creator, from my source, but from the Godheads, eventually we see the face of truth, and the truth is not something spectacular or anything. It's something very simple that has to be realized in each of the every daily experiences, throughout our day. So we often pay more attention to criticism than praise. Huh? So it's like whether it is physically or even spiritually. But um, but it's important to let go of our doubts and to know who we are, why we are here, and to follow our inner guidance or our intuition, and the more and more, and to not be in judgment of ourselves as well, for we are the stillness within the eternal change. And the earth is rejoicing of this because she knows that there's going to be a reconnection to all the cosmic families of planets. She's been separated in consciousness with so many, with the cosmos, and now there is these reconnections. There is a reconnection between the earth and the sea as well. All the rivers, all the ocean, everything is about to be elevated, and there is this feeling, this sense, and all the cetaceans, the dolphins, the whales, and so on. They're all aware of that, and they're very happy about these reconnections. For we lost this paradise beingness. For me, I've been on the earth for a very long time, and I started the program as pretty much early. And on Lemuria, 800,000 years ago, we fall from grace. It was a complete fall from grace, and all the time of the fall of Lemuria, when we had most Lemurians retired at the inner earth, in Shambhala, and Telos, and so on. But the Garden of Eden was 37,000 years ago in Mesopotamia. It was a material garden. It was the home of Adam and Eve, but there was a default of Eve, and then, but there was no disloyalty, so they were rehabilitated. We sent greetings to Adam and Eve. They were biological uplifters for the color races of the planet. So all of that will come as the Akash opens. We'll be able to avail ourselves to that understanding, that knowledge. But right now there is this shift of energy coming with the 11:11. And the reunification of the state of grace that will be coming between the earth and the sea. There is a lot of consciousness and life inside the sea that we do not know about, and because divinity is going to be manifesting more and more from within, but all around us as well. There is a grand orchestration of the revelation of the cosmic plan in fifth and sixth dimensions that will be coming, and that is coming. For it's important to maintain an alpha state of consciousness. I'm sorry about the light. There's no electricity here, and it's getting darker, and I couldn't do anything today. But I thought I do it anyway. So there may be a blackout, actually. It's been announced, so we'll see what happens. A global blackout that is coming. But so it's important to maintain an alpha state of consciousness, which is like always been a state of meditation. Yes, always conscious of the hologram. The hologram is a physical hologram, and in truth, it's a 12-dimensional hologram where we ascend and descend throughout eternal life in this sub-universe. But the physical hologram, the physical life, the physical universe, is just the skin of the universe. The skin is not who we are. We are not our skin. It is very important because it is our physicality, but there is more to us inside, what's going on inside, than the skin. And so it's the same thing with the universe. And so it is important to always be centered, and conscious in the heart of the presence of our I am, to be seated within our I am presence. Yes, completely always aware of the hologram, what's going on around us. For it is the year of the snake, so there's going to be the universe is going to change the skin. So there's a great deal of transformation of the material realm. And once we move into 12th dimension, we'll move into pre-spiritual. For spiritual comes above, way above the 100th dimension. But it's a progressive thing. For the material and the spiritual are so far removed. There is a whole realm of Moranciel. This is like the master spirit of paradise have created amazing transitory dimension to move from the spiritual to the material. And so we're going to traverse that. For the universe is far greater than anything we can imagine when it comes to the organization of the celestial realm. There are billions and billions of celestial spheres that are not evolutionary, they are paradisical in number, in nature, and they increase in frequency from the system, the constellation, local universe, minor sector, major sector, super universe, all the way to the central universe of eternity, and then we'll emerge as eternal being on paradise. Eventually, we're going to ascend through that. And there is a book that introduced that idea. It's called the Urantia book. I recommend it for those who are interested in discovering the amazing. Just an introduction, but it gives a good idea of the celestial organization and administration. So the sacred is not to be expressed, to be expected in the spectacular as a spectacular. It is not a circus. God is not running a circus. It has to be experienced in every moment of every day, in every mundane experience of all human life. And then there is an elevation, a recalibration of the moon as well. There was a spirit that was talking about a double moon. But it's the moon is, I used to see it as something negative, but now I see it as neutral, and so to be able to integrate the frequency. So we have to break free from all patterns. It's important. All thought patterns, all beliefs, all habits, all judgments, and sometimes we felt like we were holding on to a dream that was too great and too beautiful and too amazing to be true. But now we have to accept that dream, accept that vision as the only truth. It is finally coming into alignment. For it is your truth. We all have a unique truth. For the truth shall set us free. And so it's important to continue to speak your truth and to continue to use the verb, the I am. The I am is who you are. So just clear up your chakras and always be careful not to speak negatively about anything or anyone or yourself or your situation or anything, because it really informs. It's very important to go along the flow of the within the quantum realm, within the direction we want to go. So because we are very little in the grand scheme of things, but we have to trust that we are the whole as well. We're not we are part, but we're also the whole. So I'm going to finish this video before it gets dark. For the with those time change and everything, it gets dark very, very early now. Thank you very much for subscribing, for liking, sharing, commenting, as well as for your donations. And if you want a private session, you can send me an email. The card of the day is the soulmates. For we have many, many, many soulmates in reality. There is only few that are very, very concerned to ourselves. But if one, for me, I was very connected to someone, but I see that this person is gone. She's gone. So I just let her go and wish her well. But I know there is also soulmates. We all have many, many, many soulmates. There is just one. Not that many, like there are not millions of soulmates, for we it's just one soul, but the deep soul connection, there is a lot of, I'm not revealed yet, so just continue to follow your heart and see how you feel in the connections because it is part of the process, part of what has been orchestrated and designed and architectured, that we complete this life with our soul group and family. So I'm going to finish with a song, to finish in music. I was going to sing this song of The Who that went through my mind. It's a very difficult song in terms of the words it carries, but I may sing it later. I thought I sing another song to finish. It's a song that talks about the illusions and the separation from a band named Pink Floyd, who's been always very about awakening humanity to that illusion. So this one is called I Wish You Were Here. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue sky from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold still rain? Smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot hair for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change? Did you exchange walk on part in a war, for a leading role in a cage. How, how I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. Have we found same old fears? Wish you were here. The song of Pink Floyd. So I'm going to finish with some card from the angels. The card of the day is depart, departing. So there's really a great turning point that is coming. It's really coming with this week is very, very essential, very important. So the higher wisdom is indulgence, not to be too severe. It's really important not to be too severe, to be in acceptation of your higher self and your lower self, of your divine perfection as well as your mortal human imperfection. What needs to be understood is clairvoyance, to continue to cultivate the sense of clairvoyance. Open your third eye, see beyond the veils, become more and more lucid. What we need to do is optimism, stay optimistic, and the outcome will be friendship. There's going to be a lot of new friends that are going to be, we're going to be meeting people that will be great value in being friends, and a new cycle of friends, old friends may be coming back, but friendship is very essential, and we really welcome new friends into our life. Well, I hope, my friends, that you find this video interesting. I wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful night. Now it's getting darker here, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.